Welcome students, myself Ghazala Chavalkar. Today again we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is climate, but today in this video we are going to study the climate of India. So, our learning objectives for today will be introduction. Students, India's climate is a monsoon type. The sun rays are perpendicular up to Tropic of Cancer, which passes through the middle of the country. As a result, average temperatures are higher throughout the year. We will also study the regional variations in temperature and precipitation that can be seen in the climatic condition of the country. We will also see the factors which influence the India's climate, then climate of India, and seasons of India and natural disaster which are frequently seen in India. India experiences monsoon type of climate. The word monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mausim, which means season. Monsoon refers to the seasonal reversal in the wind direction during a year. In Asia, this type of climate is found in the south and southeast parts. There is diversity in the climate conditions of India. This is because due to the latitudinal location and altitude of the place. The Indian Ocean and the Himalayan ranges influence the climate and the origin of monsoon. As the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, it is considered to be in a tropic region. Now, in spite of overall unity in the general pattern, there are clear regional variations that can be seen in the climatic conditions in the country. Let us take two important elements, that is temperature and precipitation, and examine how they vary from place to place and from seasons to seasons. Temperature. The sun rays are perpendicular up to the Tropic of Cancer, which passes through the middle of the country. As a result, average temperatures are higher throughout the year. Near the south, the temperature increases. In Jammu and Kashmir and parts of mountainous regions in Himalayas, the temperatures drop to around minus 40 degrees Celsius in winter. In general, the climate of India is hot throughout the year. Barmer in Rajasthan records a temperature of 48 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius on a June day, while it hardly reaches 22 degrees Celsius at Pahalgam or Gulmarg in Kashmir on the same day. However, in দ্রাস near Kargil, the temperature may go down to minus 40 degrees Celsius during winters. Kerala has a tropical climate with warm and moist air, whereas Punjab has a continental climate with severe heat alternating with severe cold. Continental climate, students, here means continental climate often have a significant annual variation in temperatures. A relatively dry climate with very hot summers and very cold winters. They tend to occur where the prevailing winds blow over land and temperatures are not moderated by bodies of water such as oceans or seas. The temperature touches minus 40 degrees Celsius in Kargil in the month of December, whereas Kerala records 20 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius in the same month. The annual range of temperature is 3 degrees Celsius along the Malabar coast. Now, what is annual range of temperature, students, over here means? That is the difference between the hottest and the coldest month. So, this difference is just only 3 degrees Celsius along the Malabar coast. The reason is the moderating influence of the sea. Whereas it is more than 20 degrees Celsius in the interiors, reason is that it is away from the sea. So, difference between the day and night temperature in the Andaman and Nicobar Island and Kerala is 7 degrees Celsius or 8 degrees Celsius, whereas the Thar desert is between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. It means if the day temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, the night temperature will drop down to 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Variations occur not only in the form of precipitation but also in its amount and the seasonal distribution. Snowfall occurs in the Himalayas, whereas it only rains over the rest of the country. Cherrapunji receives 11,777 millimeters and Monasteram receives 11,872 millimeters in the East Khasi Hills district of Meghalaya gets rainfall in the year, whereas Jaisalmer in western Rajasthan is driest part of India. It receives less than 120 millimeters of rainfall annually. Tamil Nadu receives maximum rainfall during the retreating monsoon season. The Coromandel coast remains dry in the month of July and August, whereas the Ganga Delta and the coastal plains of Odisha are hit by strong storms almost every third or fifth during this month. Most parts of India receives rainfall during June to September, but coastal areas of Tamil Nadu receive rain in the beginning of the winter season. So these are the regional variations in terms of precipitation, students. Now let us study the factors that control the climate of India. Monsoon rain brings precipitations in India. India receives rainfall mainly from southwest monsoon winds. Because of the high temperatures in summer, low pressures area develop in Punjab plains and the Thar deserts of Rajasthan. This attracts winds blows from the high pressure region in the Indian Ocean which starts blowing towards the mainland of India. These are the southwest monsoon winds. These are the moisture laden winds which brings rainfall in India. Because of the obstructions caused by the eastern and western Ghats, it rains more in the coastal areas. The rainfall reduces in the leeward side of the hill. These winds blow parallel to the Aravalis. As a result, rainfall is low in parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Later, these winds move towards the Himalayas. Their moisture carrying capacity increases. Orographic type of rainfall occurs because of the natural obstructions of Himalayas. So, students, let us see the factors which influence the India's climate. There are six major controls of climate, that is latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea and ocean currents. Latitudes. Latitudes, as you already know, students, that it is the distance of a place that lies north or south of the equator, measured by the horizontal imaginary lines, are called as latitude. Coming to India, Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, that is from Rann of Kutch to Mizoram in the east. Almost half of the country lies to the south of Tropic of Cancer, which belongs to tropical area, whereas the remaining area in the north is subtropical area. Therefore, India's climate has a characteristics of tropical and subtropical climate. Another factor which determines the climate of India is the elevation or altitude. The temperature decreases as we move from the equator to the poles. Altitude, as we move from the surface of the earth to the higher altitudes, the temperature decreases. India has a very tall mountains of about 6,000 meters. Now, India is covered by different landforms, that is, India has mountains, plateaus, and plains, and coastal plains. So, it results in difference in temperature. If we take Himalayas as an average height of about 6,000 meters, or if we take coastal plains, the maximum elevation is about 30 meters. The Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia from entering India. It is because of these mountains that India receives experience milder winters as compared to Central Asia. Coastal plains, on the other hand, creates moderating influence on the climate. This is because of the sea breeze and land breeze. Now, what is sea breeze, students? Over here means a sea breeze that is blowing towards the land from the sea, and land breeze is a breeze which blows towards the sea from the land. Pressure and wind system. By pressure we means high and low pressure system. Always remember, students, that air moves from high pressure to low pressure areas. India has a unique wind and pressure conditions. During winter, the northern area near the Himalayas has high pressure. Therefore, winds from these regions blow to the south, where the pressure is low. In summer, the northern part of the India has lower pressure, Therefore, there is a reversal of wind direction. The winds from the south blow towards the north. These winds greatly affect the climate of India. Distance from the sea. Generally, coastal regions are cooler as compared to interior regions. As the distance from the sea increases, its influence decreases, and the people experience extreme weather conditions. For example, if you are residing from the coastal area, there is hardly any change in the weather condition. I mean to say, you will be constantly facing the wind from the sea. So, there isn't going to be much different in weather condition. But as you move away from the coastal area, central landmass, you witness that extreme weather changes, that is very hot during summers and very cold during winter. This condition is known as continentality. Ocean currents. Now, what is ocean currents, students? We have already studied this. It is a continuous movement of ocean water from one place to another. Ocean currents are created by the wind, water temperature, salt content, and gravitational pull of the sun and the moon. Cold ocean currents flowing over a region will decrease the temperature of that area, whereas the warm currents will increase the temperature. Generally, students, there are two types of ocean currents, that is the warm and cold currents. Blue arrow indicates cold and pink arrow indicates warm currents. You can see in the picture. If you notice that most of the warm currents are near the equator, that is because of the sunrise which falls directly. So the theory is that these warm and cold currents influence the local winds of the nearby land mass and causes change in the climatic conditions. Relief plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. High mountains act as a barriers for cold or hot winds. They may also cause precipitation if they are high enough and lie in the paths of rain-bearing winds. The leeward side of mountain remains relatively dry, just as the Himalayas, which protect us from the chilled winds from the Arctic, and it is also due to these mountains precipitation takes place. One such example will be of Western Ghats that lie in the path of wind bearing southwest of monsoon winds. They are responsible for heavy rainfall. Deccan Plateau forms the leeward side where there is relatively low rainfall. The given map shows the annual average rainfall and temperatures of India. The cartographic technique used to explain this map is isotherm and isopleth method. Isopleth is used to show variations in rainfall and isotherms are used to show variations in temperatures. Annual average rainfall is more than 4000 millimeters and less than 500 millimeters, as you can see in the index, students, over here. Darker the shades, more values; lighter the shades, lesser values. Annual average temperature is 20 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius. Students, as we have already studied the climate graph in the module 1 in detail, let us understand the figure 4.5. The given graph shows the average annual temperature and precipitation of India, mainly of four cities, that is Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. Delhi experienced the maximum range of temperature, that is 41 degrees Celsius in the month of May, while the minimum temperature is 8 degrees Celsius in the month of December. It experienced more rainfall in the month of July, August, September and December. The temperature goes down to 5 degrees Celsius as it is winter season there. Kolkata, it experienced more rainfall in the month of June, July, August, September, October. The temperatures are low in the month of December and January. Maximum temperature is in the month of April, May, that is more than 35 degrees Celsius. In Mumbai, the highest average temperature is 34 degrees Celsius, while the lowest is 17 degrees Celsius. Rainfall mainly in the months of June, September. Highest rainfall is in the month of July, that is 750 millimeters. Usually there is no rain from February to April. Thus we can say that the climate of Mumbai is hot, and because to the proximity of Arabian Sea it is humid also. Chennai receives rainfall mainly from the northeast retreating monsoon. It experiences maximum range of temperatures in the month of November. More rainfall is from the month of September, October, November and December. Now let us see the seasons of India. The monsoon type of climate is characterized by a distinct seasonal pattern. The weather conditions greatly change from one season to another. These changes are particularly noticeable in the interior parts of the country, but the coastal areas do not experience much variations in temperature, though there is variation in rainfall pattern. There are four seasons as per the Indian Meteorological Department: the hot weather season, that is the summer, the season of rainfall, monsoon, the season of retreating monsoon, the cold weather season, that is the winter. Due to the apparent northward movement of the sun, the global heat belt shifts northward. So, from March to May, it is the hot weather season in India. In May, the temperatures go up to 45 degrees Celsius in the northwestern parts of the country. Towards the end of the summer season, there are pre-monsoon showers commonly in Kerala and Karnataka. They are often referred to as mango showers because they help in the early ripening of mangoes in these states. In peninsular India, temperature remains lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. The season of rainfall, that is the monsoon, mainly starts from early June to September. By early June, the low pressure condition over the northern plains attracts the trade winds of the southern hemisphere. These southeast trade winds originate over the warm subtropical areas of the southern oceans. These winds are strong and blow at an average velocity of 30 km per hour. With the exception of the extreme northwest, the monsoon winds cover the country in about a month. The windward side of the Western Ghats receives very heavy rainfall, more than 250 millimeters. The monsoon is known for its uncertainties. While it causes heavy floods in one part, it may be responsible for droughts in the other part. Next one, that is the season of retreating monsoon. During October to November, the monsoon becomes weaker. The sun moves toward the south. By beginning of October, monsoon withdraws from the northern plains. There is a transition from hot rainy season to dry winter season. Vertical sunrise starts shifting towards the northern hemisphere. Low pressure regions shift from northern parts of India towards the south. Owing to the conditions of high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes rather oppressive. This is commonly known as October heat. Next one, the cold weather season, that is the winter. The cold weather season in India begins from mid-November and stays until February. December and January are the coldest months. The temperature decreases as we go from south towards the north. The average temperature in the south in winter is 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, while in the northern part it is between 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. As the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the India, India is considered to be in the tropical region. India faces natural disasters like erratic rainfall, droughts, cyclones, floods, landslides, etc. frequently. So students, let us have a recap of what we have learned today. We saw the factors which influence the climate of India, that is latitude, altitude, winds and pressure system, ocean currents, distance from the sea. So these were the factors which controls the climate. We also learned about the winds. We know that India is characterized by monsoon climate. In India, we have rainfall from southwest monsoon winds and retreating monsoon winds. We saw that India also has a orographic type of a rainfall, just as the Himalayas, which protect us from the chilled winds which comes from the Arctic. One more example is of the Western Ghats that lie in the path of the wind bearing southwest of monsoon winds. They are responsible for heavy rainfall. Seasons, according to Indian Meteorological Department, we have four seasons, that is the hot weather season, that is the summer, season of rainfall, monsoon, season of retreating monsoon, the cold weather season, that is the winter. And because of over rainfall, India faces natural disasters like erratic rainfall, droughts, cyclones, floods, etc. frequently. Thank you students, and I hope that you like the video. Thank you very much.